shook it up.
My most memorable moment about Joell would probably be when we went out to go eat at Teji's. We were gonna meet at Guadalupe and 21st. We kept on talking about that, but she went to Speedway in 21st, and that was a couple awkward minutes of I don't see you at the intersection. But it was still very nice of her, and we went out to eat, it was nice.
What is your most memorable moment about Joell?
She got Eljo boobed.
I elbowed her in the boob.
Joell, every time I see Joell either see cookies or see people, her face always lights up and she's always really happy. Just such a distinct picture.
What is your most memorable moment about Joell?
Well, Joel and I used to play piano together in the music building. One time walking back at night, we decided to take a shortcut through the art building, and then we saw these random art videos that no one ever watches, but for some reason, we decided to watch it that day. It was like paint drying for 40 minutes. We don't even know why.
What is your most memorable moment about Joell?
So for Joel and I, would definitely have to be Res Week last year when we sat on that chair, and then we had some time to catch up and share about our lives, and you ended up opening up to me and being very vulnerable. And I remember us praying and just being able to help you get through things and all stuff. So that's my best and recent memory about you and I. And I just want to encourage you to keep on pursuing God and keep on looking after His heart.
My most memorable moment would probably be when we were singing Before the Throne with our eyes closed, and she grabbed my hand. So, yeah.
So what's your most memorable memory about Eric?
I think it's when we were doing one of the community times, and I've seen Eric as serious, but he let out his very silly tribal war hero inside of him, and he was pretty amusing.
The thing that pops into my head right now is that time at the Christmas potluck. Was it Christmas? I don't remember. But that time at the potluck when he gave out the pop quizzes and he just had like the biggest smile on his face. And he was like torturing us, but he was so happy. I thought that was really fun.
I think just every time that Eric says whatever that's just whatever I remember.
So what's your most memorable moment about Eric?
So after Eric told me about what was going on with him and another person in acapella, in rehearsal I would watch him, watch that person, and I would just like laugh.
What's your most memorable moment about Eric?
My most memorable moment with Eric is the time before China Care, where he was singing solo for Be a Man and I was doing beatboxing, and we were having all sorts of issues because I was just bad, and he kindly showed me the way of how to be on beat and everything, and we worked really hard on it, and one time in practice we finally pulled it off, and we were like, yeah, you did good. He was like, you did good, Steve, and I was so happy.
It's definitely when during community time, Eric took out his Bible and said he was going to read some passage to us, but never actually read it, and then started this whole war on group text and Facebook about how we had amnesia, and I don't even remember, but Christine can definitely back me up on this, and it was definitely the cookies.
When he was freaking out before the show about how we couldn't detune the guitar back to the normal tuning, and none of us knew why until they went up there and they sang the song for us.
So what do you appreciate the most about Joell?
I appreciate how she can be really weird and goofy in rehearsal, and just know that it's not really strict and we can just be ourselves.
How she embraces her weirdness with the rest of us.
I like that she has a really big caring heart for others, because one time I was really stressed about an exam and she got me Starbucks and she came all the way to my dorm. I appreciate that Joelle is such a caring person that even though she has standards and she strives for excellence, that she's willing to work with you and practice with you and be patient.
I really appreciate how she's gone above and beyond her call of duty for AACMapella, and there's definitely a lot of behind the scenes work that she's done that no one else really sees, but it just shows how much she's committed to the group and how much she really does love serving all of us.
Definitely her patience with us. Yeah, she's super patient even when we're super bad. So.
I really appreciate her generosity. So, for example, one time we were eating because she invited me out to go eat with her, and so she couldn't finish her food, and she gave it to me. That was very nice of her.
I love how Eric is always so cool. He just sits there, he's just chilling. He's just kind of gives his face.
Well, I really appreciate that he's really hardworking and he's dedicated to what he does. And at the times he can be really serious and get to work, but also he's a lot of fun and chill.
What do you appreciate the most about Eric?
I would say that whenever you talk to him, he actually listens to what you have to say.
He's always calm and collected during rehearsals.
I appreciate Eric because he's like a big brother and he's really caring, and he's just easy to talk to about my problems and stuff, and he lets me hug him. He's just very nice and sweet.
And what do you appreciate the most about Eric?
I appreciate the fact that Eric is able to make time and be committed to AACMapella, even though he's a senior and has so much else going on.
So what do you appreciate the most about Eric?
I appreciate that Eric is, very on time and very disciplined when it comes to our practice and just our materials and stuff. And he really does look into details about how we sound, how we look and everything. So I really appreciate about that. And he's really caring as well.
So between the two of them, who would take the bigger dump?
Oh, Joel, because Eric doesn't eat.
Between the two of them, who takes the bigger dump?
Eric, because he's a big boy.
That's definitely Joelle because she's the queen of the porcelain bowls. Porcelain bowls. In the Akama family, who wears the pants?
I think I would have to go with Joell.
So in the Akama family, who wears the pants?
I would definitely say it's Joel. Do you have to say why?
Sure.
I don't know, dude. She's like, she seems really serious and really mean a lot of times, but I know that she means the best for all of us. But she's always like, oh, let's go. Yes, but so yeah. I mean, Eric is cool, but Joel has to, be the one.
In the Akama family, who wears the pants?
I wear the pants.
I'm saying yes to you.
If you need something, who is a nicer parent to go to?
I would say Joella because she always seemed to care and we were talking very much. But I feel like Eric would just be like, whatever, let's just go.
So if you need something, who is the nicer parent to go to?
Team Eric!
So between the two of them, who is the better tribal dancer?
Wait, is that even a question?
Yes.
Joelle.
Definitely Joel.
Two of them, who is the better tribal dancer?
Joel.
So between the two of them, who do you think is the weirdest?
Joelle, but in the best way.
This is an obvious answer. It is Eric.
As much as I need you, you're dangerous, but Lord, you're beautiful.